Welcome back to Disfigure, the free horde survivor that has blown me away recently, and today we'll go for the Gauss Katana. So it has decent melee damage, decent fire rate, melee width and range becomes a thing. We fire out moving, short piercing slashes, and the perfect slash, whatever that means, hits enemies with the sword swing to double damage of the moving slash. I would say today we'll check out the second map and we'll play on nightmare mode and we'll try to break open the game. And I'm a little bit scared because I don't know what's about to happen, but today we will focus on the vision range. Okay, this was advised to me that I should do this, but I haven't looked into it further because I always like to coming up with a plan as I'm playing. And regarding the music, by the way, because some people were unhappy that I couldn't hear the epic boss battle music, I'm very sorry. But whenever a game has like drastically changing sound volumes and stuff, it's so hard to balance that your ears don't get blown away and at other times you don't hear anything. So the goal for today is Gleam. Our circle of vision becomes bigger and somewhere in here it has an effect. It's not this one. Circle light will freeze enemies every 3 seconds. Oh my god, you're insane. Okay, so I will just lock this in and we also want to delete something that we don't want. And I think you are a very good candidate for that. So let's pick up the Gleam. I don't like that we start off with something that doesn't change anything except that we see more, you know. Because I need to keep up with the enemy's growth. But yeah, we want to go for the one that Radiation is the name. That deals damage in our vision area. Well, there it is. It's just perfect. What are you? Oh, enemies revealed in vision take more damage. Okay, so that's a perfect combination with you. I don't think we care about singularity. Yeah, the movement speed, the initial one would be nice, but we have learned we don't get a lot of these upgrades, so I would say you're out. And radiation, every 6 shot damage all enemies revealed in vision by 100% melee damage. Insane. So we don't have bullet damage anymore, instead we have melee damage. I just realized this could be a problem because all of the upgrades that I took were bullet damage upgrades, you know, for the mutations. And yes, I'm intentionally not spoilering them because they will give away my entire game plan. But I hope they just switch over to melee damage. So this is based on our melee damage. That means if I get upgrades to melee damage, that's actually good. Here we have fire rate. I think I may take a few of them, you know, just that we attack faster. It could also be nice to have the multi-shot, but I don't think so, right? We don't care about this because we just care about our vision area dealing damage to the enemies. And because this is on every 6 shot, we definitely want to go for attack speed. So we'll go for fire rate here. So the beginning, I gotta say what I notice immediately is the enemies are very big. You know, that's one issue, they will easily get around me. Oh, spotlight, cone vision size, so that is the alternative vision size. You also give cone vision size, movement speed, cone vision size. I gotta say I don't like it a lot. However, spawns a temporary vision circle on a nearby enemy every second, kind of nice. Radar activates on 3 enemies at a time and freezes them for a second, honestly really good. And Radar has a 10% chance to glare enemies, so we double the fire rate for 2 seconds, I assume of us, not of the enemies. Spawning a large vision circle when killed. For now I would say I'll just lock you in. What are you? Enemies outside of any vision move slower and take more damage, so this is one that we definitely don't want to have, right? Like, there's no cheesy gimmick, no, it's horrible. So we will just take the damage right now. Oh, wow. But yeah, I will lock in all of those that I figure out are good, because I don't want to look at them like 10 times and think about, oh, do I want that? Do I not want that? I just want to have it locked in. Now, one major goal is that we reach level 10 ASAP, because this is where we get our perks, our upgrades. Plasma charge, every 5 kills, okay, you only affect plasma charge itself. Killing 5 enemies with plasma damage will charge your next shot to fire plasma beam, briefly lighting up and damaging enemies revealed in vision by 300% bullet damage. The only problem is, I think this only works on the plasma beam the way I understand it, so I don't think we want that. I will get rid of the stab snares. Look, I read over it. It doesn't seem all too exciting. Ooh, you're not bad. But I think we'll go for the heavy radiation. Radiation damage increased by 10% for each enemy revealed in vision. And if we just cover the entire screen, you know, that is the hope, the dream, then this would mean we deal a lot of damage if the enemies spawn. Like, no matter where they spawn, they will just take a huge amount of damage because the hope is they spawn within the circle and it immediately applies to them. Enemies revealed in vision take more damage. Yes, we will also lock that in. Can I banish something? You know what? I mean, I don't know if I understand this right, because this could be understood two ways. Either all of the enemies in your vision take damage, or the enemies in your vision take bonus damage, but only if you hit them with your plasma beam. And that is the thing that is really, I don't know how this is meant. Okay, you know what? I'll get rid of it. I don't think it does what I hope it does. Oh, we need the experience one. Yeah, it floats towards the player. We need this ASAP. Because we have to make sure that I get all of the experience and don't have to move around all too much. Okay, well, this map definitely has a little bit of harder enemies here, I notice. Okay, that's careful, Dex. I don't know how we will defeat a boss, by the way. I don't think we can necessarily do this early on, but as long as I just survive forever, maybe I can do it. Gain a circle-shaped proximity marker, causing nearby enemies to be slowed down. That's actually quite nice. And I think this can also get affected by your vision range, if I remembered right. Here, 40% of buffs to circle and cone. That, you know what, I will lock that in, just to make sure that we have it. It just means enemies are slower and take more damage when they enter our circle here. Actually, I should read this again, that I exactly know what it does, because it sounded good. But I've already forgotten about it, so I need to make sure that I remember that. We also need more bullet damage, definitely, because it's nice that we deal damage to all of them in our range. But if the damage is low, this doesn't really do a lot. Flashbang, I think this is one of those things that we really don't need. Huh, no, I will get rid of that. We could definitely go for the slowed projectiles, just that we don't get hit all too much, okay? Because right now we have to be careful what we do, and there we go. Here we have a problem because I want to have the melee damage and the fire rate. This one is just, you get like bonus range and width when you hit a perfect slash, so when we do a melee attack, but we rarely will ever do that. I will just make sure that right now we attack enough to constantly trigger our aura. And I think in the future we will be fine with damage, because I will either way take endlessly scaling damage upgrades, and I have a very, very nice bonus in there that we never had before. Okay, careful. I mean, I love this weapon, kind of. It's not a melee weapon, it's a ranged weapon. Ooh, magnetism, we need to upgrade that. Can I banish something? Not really. I would say we'll just go for the magnetism. Yes, it slows us down, and I don't know if there are different bosses here. I would assume so, which means I have to be cautious what I do with my movement speed, that I don't get rid of all of it. But it's already working out quite well. Like, the only thing we need is more vision range. We need to upgrade the radiation. I especially want to have the experience upgrade. Do I want to focus on that, though? I feel like I really shouldn't focus on that. Okay, this is getting spicy. I don't like that right now. Okay, careful. Yeah, I definitely have to upgrade. What is going on? I need to upgrade radiation. 25% chance for every shot to be a charged round. But this doesn't affect our melee damage, right? So we can actually get rid of that. Yeah, I would say I'll just remove that. Psych Trail gives movement speed. What else do you do? Okay, I just see the negatives, you know. I will keep it in there for now. I would say we'll just go for the shield barrier, just because it's looking a little bit iffy right now, since I've upgraded all of the utility things, but not our actual damage. And that's a little bit dangerous when you do that, especially on an insane difficulty. And also on a new map, you know. That maybe shouldn't be forgotten, that we are playing on a completely new map with new enemies, and probably also new bosses. I kind of hope a little bit that the bosses are just the same and I can deal with them easily, but I have a feeling it won't be the case. Shrapnel. Enemies create bullets. I don't think we care about that. Yeah, you know what? I'll also get rid of that. The electricity is definitely something I want to use, because it just says damaging enemies, not that you have to do it with your main attack. And before I take even less movement speed, I will just roll and hope that we get something that really helps us out. Okay, well, that didn't really help us out. Picking up experience increases the melee damage, melee width, and melee range of your next shot. Only the next shot. So that's not that amazing, but hey, as long as we kill a lot of enemies and we get all of the experience, it should be a nice bonus from time to time. And I just lost my shield because the boy was a little bit too thick. Okay, well, yeah, radiation needs to be upgraded. Have I told you about that, by the way? That's what I was looking for. I think I messed up this entire run. There is a chance for it, but as long as we get the upgrades in time, we'll be fine. But if I lose HP, this would suck a little bit, but it's also not too bad. Okay, careful here. I need to upgrade the radiation so badly. Like, there are multiple things that we need. Light magnet, okay. I mean, that's kind of funny to take that right now, but I think this will just kill me. So I will roll instead. Guided laser. It will spawn a laser that rotates towards where you're aiming. I honestly... Yeah, you know what? Delete. Circle vision size. That one is kind of insane. Yeah, look at how big it is. So this is also a help just to kill the enemies a little bit earlier. You know, like even those at the outer lines are now getting hit because we have more area, so that's nice. But do you see how big that already is? Do you understand just how many upgrades we still have left? Radiation is the main one missing. Nothing will change about that. But this is already looking a lot better. And I just have to make sure to not get hit here. I mean, worst case, you know, we lose 1 max HP, because when you're not at full HP and you take a heart, you just heal, you don't get bonus HP. But I think this will be fine once we get to a point where we can just... Okay, well, it just happened. When we can just one-shot the enemy. Stop it! I don't like this. Do I want you? You give a lot of bonuses, but mostly to the missile. Yeah, I will also get rid of that. Okay, can we just not do that, please? Let's roll. No, what did I do? I clicked on choose. On light wave. Oh, thanks, you're so silly. I was panicked. There's a light wave. Oh, this will be insane for collecting all the experience in our vision range. You know, and it also hits them with radiation. Okay, we are doing something. Explosive radiation. Enemies killed by radiation. Damage nearby enemies. I mean, sure, right? That's okay. I don't know if I want the pierces, by the way. I think I don't want... Oh my god, you have insane buffs. Oh my god, you have ridiculous buffs. No, I need that. I'm sorry. Shield boost would also be nice, but we have to go for you. So let's upgrade that. Nice, they all exploded. Oh my god, we're actually dealing a lot of damage with the radiation. And this is still the early levels of it, by the way. Like, this is the point where it's still the weakest. What is going on there? I just heard a weird... Oh, the boss is here. The boss is somewhere. And we have to focus on the boss, because the earlier we kill him, the earlier we get the mutation, and it actually matters. 1 less shot to activate radiation. Very good. So where's the boss? Somewhere up there. Okay. I just don't know if I can deal with all of the enemies easily, but we'll just try it out. Do we deal some damage to the boss? I'm pathetic. This will take like 5 minutes, at least. And that's a very hopeful estimate. Oh no. Do I go for bleeding? But bleeding doesn't matter, but I need something to deal damage to the boss. Right? Do I though? Yeah, I'm losing time, but if my theory is right, if my understanding is right, we should turn very, very powerful with this. So maybe it's fine. Radiation takes 2 less shots to activate. I think we'll go for that. We have more fire rate in there, deal less damage with it. But hey, we trigger it more often. That means I clear out the enemies and I can fully focus on the boss and nothing else. Our inner circle is really pathetic right now, so that doesn't really help us, but it's slowly going. Okay, my hope is that we kill the boss before we hit the 7-minute mark. I don't think this will be true because half the period is already gone, but hey, we level up more so we become stronger, right? I mean, do I just go for major melee damage upgrade? This may also help us out. Do we have the shield? No, the 3-minute cooldown is really dangerous. Okay, please give me something that gives us damage. So, clone sentry. Yeah, we don't want you, we'll get rid of that. And there's nothing in here. Proximity marker size will be increased by 40% of buffs. They move slower, which sounds nice, but I need damage. Okay, we got no damage at all. Oh god, this sucks. And the bleed damage is just so minor, it doesn't matter. I think I will just go for the melee damage here. Just deal more damage, that means we have also more AoE damage. Okay, careful. Nice. How is it looking though? We even demolished the big boys. Yeah, that's a downside when you don't take the bleed. Maybe I should have just taken the bleed to kill this boss faster. Ah, but we lose like per minute that we waste, we lose like 10% bullet damage or melee damage. And even though that does sound bad, if we play for 40-50 minutes, it doesn't make a ginormous difference. Okay, nice that we blocked that. Oh god, that's a big boy. Well, never mind. Okay, we do deal a solid amount of damage, like holy moly. Weapon perk. Every 4 perfect... Okay, forget about the perfect slashes, I'll not do them. When a slash is ready, waiting... Okay, we don't wait. Hitting 3+ enemies with a single slash will temporarily increase fire rate. Honestly, that sounds amazing as long as I can hit that many enemies. I don't think we'll often use that, but maybe in a boss fight like here, it will help us out. In worst case, it's just a small buff to fire rate, but it's still something, you know? It's a decent buff overall. Yeah, okay, we are attacking super fast sometimes. I feel like we're definitely hitting the threshold of the enemies. The only problem is the boss is kind of thick. So there are not many enemies aligned behind him, but it should be fine. Hopefully. Wait, he's about to die. We actually did it. Can I heal a heart somehow? No, I can't, right? So I will just pick this up. That was close. And here we have our first mutation, 10% melee damage every minute, but we lose a little bit of movement speed. But this will buff us up, and you know what? 7.5 minutes, that was actually very solid. When I saw how long it took to take down the boss, I thought this will be a lot worse, but yeah, it was still okay. You know, I'm not saying it was amazing, but it's okay. Can I please get what I actually need? Oh no, okay, I need to get rid of the trail. Killing every 50 enemies while shield barrier is active, we gain bonus stats, or the cone vision size, sure. Let's make it even bigger. Did it actually get bigger? I don't feel like it's bigger at all. Is it? Wait, I gotta check out that upgrade again. Oh my god, I had to get hit. But yeah, I think we need to get used to that, because right now we are on the weakest stages, and the first 2 upgrades that I take are just scaling upgrades. So we are at the weakest point in this entire run, and I take something that is the weakest in the very beginning, instead of giving us a huge buff. What is that monster, my friend? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I see the circle takes a while to explode, so I guess you just stay within the circle, and then you move out afterwards. Slug radiation. Radiation is instantly recharged on the next shot if 5 or more enemies are killed at once. Well, that sounds insane. But we need to get more damage for that, so let's stay in the circle and... Oh, he died. Oh my god, I thought he got us. There's another big enemy down there, but this one looks a lot more manageable than the other one, because that one was bonkers. Okay, so far so good. Having 2 lives right now, while we could have 4 lives, is dangerous. I don't like this. Do we deal some damage, though? I mean, we kind of deal a lot of damage, right? I'm just scared about movement speed. This is the main concern on my mind right now, but I really want to get the other ones. Yeah. Experience flow towards you in your vision range. I will just take it. So now we should get all of the experience easily. Movement speed is a major issue, and I have to make sure that somehow I manage to upgrade that. But keep in mind, now that we collect all of the experience all the time, we constantly get the bonus damage, and even though it's just for the next shot, hey, it's still a nice help, right? A little bit of a bonus. Do we just go for damaging enemies, inflict shock, increasing the next damage taken? I don't hate it. Let's get rid of the light meteor though. Damaging enemies inflict shock. You know what? I'll take this because I have to prepare for the next boss, and I really hope this applies to bosses. But I'm also very good at missing the message that tells you, hey, mate, this doesn't apply to bosses, you know. But yeah, now, because we struggle a little bit at killing the enemies, that should help us out to increase the damage that they take. Nice. Okay, I like it. Radiation, the final upgrade. Wait, we already have this one as the final upgrade. Yeah, the shock does apply even to bosses. So we'll go for you. Damaging enemies will spawn a temporary vision circle that lasts a second. But we deal damage in our vision circle, so it's already guaranteed to hit enemies. That is bad. That just nerfs us. No, you're out. Circle vision slows down enemies. I don't hate it, but I really need movement speed. Okay, I'll take it, but I don't like this right now at all. Like, I really don't like this. Look at my movement speed. It's just dead. I think what I need to focus on right now is I just need to get more bullet damage, and our radiation damage is higher, and we need to get more vision size to make sure that we hit more enemies always, even though the wave that we pulsate out is nice for that. Someone did say that the game heavily suffers because it doesn't have auto-aim, and I don't 100% disagree that I kind of wished it was a part of the game, but hold on. One common complaint that I always get when I play new Horde survivors is, Dex, these Horde survivors all feel the same. So the moment a Horde survivor does something different, people then complain that it does something different and it's not like all the others. So that's a little bit of a meme, right? Like, if you think about it. Enemies revealed in vision take more damage. Nice. This is actually quite helpful because this is pretty much a permanent buff to all of our damage. Since we just... Oh god, the boss is here. I don't have movement speed. I think at this boss it's still not a big punishment, but I definitely have to make sure that I look for more movement speed. And even here it could already be very painful because the fight will last so long that I won't be able to dodge every single hit. The good thing, however, is we do have our shield up, so even if I do get hit, it will be fine. And after this fight, if I don't take damage, we'll be at max HP again, which also means in the future we can increase it. That was very close. Dude, I feel like my auto attacks are just healing the boss. Like, straight up, I don't deal any damage. Are you kidding me right now? Oh no. Or maybe this plan is not working out. Maybe the problem is just bosses, but then I need something for bosses to kill them. Okay, so far I think I've seen all of the attacks of the bosses. So we are kind of fine, like they are not a problem. Circle vision size 40%. -1 max health. I wonder if this reduces us down to 1 HP right now, or if it just takes away the one that is empty. So I don't want to gamble on that, and instead I will just take the melee damage. Because this means we deal a lot more damage to the enemies and can make sure that we one-shot them a little bit earlier, but also we deal more damage against the boss, right? I think this is a very good exchange. Like that we lose a little bit of fire rate, but we get so much bonus damage. I feel so weak. I don't even know if the bleed would fix that. Like, I think some people overestimate how much damage the bleed does, or maybe I just underestimate it, but it has a fixed damage number that you can then increase, but it's just one number, like you can't stack it multiple times. So even though it's a nice bonus for these general enemies, if you don't have a lot of bullet damage, I don't think it does that much against a boss, or I just highly underestimate it, which is a possibility. Okay, well that was unfair. Because this one went way further than the other one that we had. I think it depends where he starts them, but that's not good because the next one will take away 1 HP from me. Yeah, so look at this. We deal 10 damage with this, but this is unaffected by bullet damage. And even though we can bump this up quite a lot, as you can see, there are bonuses. Even if it goes up to like 200% bonus damage, do you really think we care about 30 damage on the enemy? I don't think so. So instead, we'll just go for the movement speed while the circle vision is active. So this is circle, this is the cone. Just that you know. And this will help me out to kite the boss a little bit better, that I don't get hit a lot. I hope at least. Oh, we destroyed one of the arms. I think this changes his attacks, by the way, that he... Oh god, okay, there are now 4 of these bullets instead of 3. Well, I thought he gets weaker, but no, he just got stronger. Well, that's a meme. And why do you still have 2 lasers? One of your arms is gone. You shouldn't have another... We could just kill him. Why was this suddenly so fast in comparison to before? But now, 12.5 minutes, okay, 12.75, we have the next scaler, gain 3% fire rate for every minute that passes from now. So we are scaling up bullet damage and fire rate, and while we don't care about hitting more enemies, we care because radiation triggers whenever we hit a certain threshold of attacks. I believe right now it's 3, like it starts at 6, then -1, -2. And this should mean that we trigger this like insanely fast now. Yeah, and do you see the explosions that we have? I think it's working. Like, the problem is, because this is such a high difficulty and also a new map, I have no idea how fast the enemies scale and if we are keeping up with that or not. Enemies revealed in vision take 50% more damage, but enemies outside take less damage. That is a fair trade, I would say. Or we'll just go for a huge amount of bonus damage. I think that's maybe better. Like, just right now, to make sure that we actually kill the enemies, like, we already have infinite scaling fire rate. It is slow, but it should make up for the negatives that we have, while we gain insane bonus damage out of it. And right now, I can't afford to get hit by the enemies, and we also have to upgrade the shield, that the cooldown of it is just 1 minute. Okay, what is that for a monster? Like, how am I supposed to kill these in the future? Like, look at this. Oh god, I'll get hit. Yeah, I couldn't change it. Oh... I should have just walked up, I believe, and I did it wrong. Oh god, why is this so fast? Or can I just walk through it, maybe? Do we have now 2 of them? No, this is a different one. The other one is smaller. Okay, so the smaller one probably dies. Yep, there we go. The bigger one also died. Weapon purred. We need something really good. So this is again about perfect slash. We don't care, though the fire rate is nice. Kill 3 single enemies with a single perfect slash. We don't do these. I mean, maybe, but not really. Hit a perfect slash to create a whirlwind around you. Oh god, I don't do them though. I really hate this right now, and I think I will go for the Tesla eruption. But we need to kill 3+ enemies with a single perfect slash to fire a large Tesla bolt. This only has 5% less damage than the melee damage over here. You know, so worst case, I never get to trigger it. And if that happens, I can't change it. But if it happens, then we deal a huge amount of bonus damage with the Tesla coil. Is that the Tesla coil? I hear a sound. It does like juk. Right? So as long as I tag one big enemy, this should always count as a perfect slash, give us the bonus damage. I hope that's the case. Dude, what is going on over there? I need more vision range. Did I hit these enemies that are so far? Yeah, that was the Tesla thing. Okay, well that makes it really rare. I don't think I like that. Oh, wow, what a nuke. The dude just doesn't care. I deal 800% bonus bullet damage. He just doesn't care at all. Enemies in proximity marker move slower. I need damage. And this is just for the cone, so we don't care. I'll roll. Same problem. Circle light will freeze enemies every 3 seconds. Wait, that's perfect. Let's go for that. Right, to just deal with the enemies. So, okay, there's the boss. Do we deal any damage? I deal 0 damage. So I think the way it works is, if you destroy one of these legs, for example, the boss starts taking a lot more damage. So I will try to focus always on the same thing. But I don't think I have the luxury to... Oh, that was my shield. I don't think I have the luxury to focus on that too much, because I will just die. I mean, our damage is actually decent, right? I could be wrong with that, but I feel like we are dealing a decent amount of damage here. Look at that. Already 1/3 is gone, and I know it's slow, but it's way faster than the past fights that we had. So that means we are doing something right. Whatever it is, something we are doing right. Enemies within the vision take more damage. Perfect. And I think, yeah, oh my god, look at his HP jumping down. Oh, that was the right upgrade. Oh my god, his legs are falling apart. One after the other. Okay, careful that we don't get hit now. Well, I still have 1 missing HP, but I don't want to go down to, like, just 1 HP left. Okay. And that was it. So the next upgrade in line. All enemies are frozen for 1.5 seconds when entering vision for the first time. Bonus movement speed. Bonus vision size, but also bonus enemy speed. But we slow them down, so I hope this is fine. The thing is... Okay, I can't really explain that right now, because otherwise I spoiler. But let me just tell you, we have synergy. We're freezing the enemies. We just don't know it yet, because you haven't seen it. But I know it, because I've picked the mutations. Now, the problem is, to get the next mutation that actually benefits from the freezing... at 20 minutes, there's another boss, right? Yeah, that's the boss that I died against in the second video. No, it wasn't the first video. In the second video, we got to like 30 minutes or so. I will get rid of you, even though you give a lot of bullet damage. I don't think I can afford ever going for that. I don't really want to have 2 shots, because that doesn't help us with our circle damage. Let's just roll and see if there's something better. Enemies' projectile moves slower. Yeah, we are getting shot at by a lot of projectiles, so I think this will be helpful. Did I just get hit? What is that? What is that thing? Does it deal damage? I mean, it's a tentacle. I would assume it deals damage, but it doesn't take damage when I hit it. And usually, the things that hurt you, you can hit them. But I'm gonna try to keep my distance. No, I didn't get hit. Okay, perfect. Woo! I need more vision range. This is so important. How do we get more vision range? I think we have... No, we still have the 1 max health in there, right? Yes. So if I get that, we will hit all of the enemies. I'm still spooked about it, because I don't know how strong the next boss is. And if he just hits me twice, then we are dead after the upgrade. And for the boss, we don't need the vision range. That is my main conflict why I haven't taken it. Every 6 kills in vision will drop a light orb, increasing melee damage and fire rate by 40%. Also, enemies in vision take 80% more damage, but otherwise... Oh my god, that's insane. We have to take that. Like, look at the damage they take now. 500 I saw there. Oh, that's insane. Okay, okay. We just killed that dude. That was a big boy, and we just nuked him out of existence. Our scaling damage is slowly kicking in. You know, the scaling fire rate, the scaling bullet damage, all of the upgrades are coming together. I think we are getting to the point where we are actually mental. I mean, I don't know if this is actually true, you know? That's kind of just my hope, because otherwise... that was close. Otherwise, we have a problem if we fall behind, even with all of the scaling. But look at how fast we just killed the dude. Did you see that? Yeah, and even this boy here. He didn't even know what hit him. He just died. Okay, careful. Another big boy. As long as we... I don't even want to go into melee range, because for me, in my mind, that's just a risk. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we did it there. But for me, that's just a risk that I get hit by the enemies. Right? I mean, it's a nice bonus against bosses, but that's also it. Do we just do it? Dude, the final boss will so kill me, but look at our size now. Why does it look like it barely changed? I mean, it's additive, it's not multiplicative. We didn't increase it by 40%, but we added 40% to whatever value we already had. But I think it's good, right? This is nice. Why do you have a hand stuck to your butt? Yeah, that was my shield. Okay, sure, just summon a boss, you know. There's casually a boss there. That's a little bit loud. Have you thought about that? That it's maybe a little bit too loud what you're doing there? Why did I trigger a melee slash? That was a true melee slash. But I wasn't even close to the boss. Okay, maybe I misunderstand something how that works. I thought I have to hit them with our melee weapon. And then the slash, and that counts as a true slash. Oh, bonus movement speed while not shooting. Well, but we still get 20% bonus. And what does this one do? Bullet damage is increased by movement speed. You know what? I'll just take this for the movement speed, because I'm really scared about the next boss fight. And because I don't know the boss, I don't know how to dodge, which means it will take me longer to dodge. Because I may be walking to the right and the attack just always goes to the right. So it will take a moment for me to realize that it does that. So more movement speed will help to avoid that problem. Player color. I honestly don't know how much this will help us, but we are now orange. Now our crosshair is blue, which I think is easier to identify. And the enemy damage colors are pink. Did that change anything? I don't think so. Like, wait, are the enemies now flashing pink? Here, do you see that instead of flashing white? Oh my god, that's so much better. Wait, okay, but I want to have this a different color. What do we choose? Yeah, I think I like this a lot more. So we are green, maybe a little bit too much green. Let's make this a little like this. Okay, good. The enemy is now orange-red. Oh my god, that looks so much better. Yeah, now it's easier to identify everything. The only problem is the enemies kind of have the color of projectiles. So it's harder to boss fight. Okay, we have to focus. Yeah, why are you so loud? Okay, this is good. Don't worry. Yeah, I may have to change the color again, just because projectiles and enemies having the same color kind of defeats the purpose of quickly... I'm so dead. I deal no damage at all. Oh god. Dude, I have no chance. Okay. Oh my god, I almost got hit there. I have 2 HP. Keep that in mind. I deal no damage at all. My plan is not working for bosses. I think I will try to pick up the bleed, but I'm not even sure if this will change anything about this. Okay. You see, the problem is, I can dodge as many times as I want. With how slow this fight is going, eventually I'm guaranteed to get hit by something. Nothing will change about that. I got hit by something. No, don't do this to me, please. We are doing so well, I think at least. I'm not exactly sure, but I think. Oh god. Okay. He's shooting again. This is the dangerous one. Exactly, this one. So I just have to keep my distance from that, I guess. But that was my fear that I had, that I need to learn certain patterns. And I'm just not able to, like, know how they work. So I think if I keep my distance like this, yes, the boss doesn't take bonus damage. But this seems to be a good way to dodge his attacks, as long as I can go backwards. Yeah, but if I'm on the bottom left, I can't go backwards. That is the problem there. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Yep, that is the problem. Holy moly. Honestly, I don't understand how anyone is supposed to take down this boss. Like, this is borderline impossible. Oh my god, like, I thought I have a lot of damage. Like, yes, we can duplicate our bullets. And maybe I should have done that. I think I should have done that for double damage. Right, it's a minor decrease in bullet damage. But because you shoot 2 bullets, it's definitely worth it. I don't think the bleed would have changed anything, because look at the damage numbers we deal. I see 1000s. Having 30 bonus damage with bleed doesn't change anything about that. We still have our shield, though. Wait a second. He's dropping. He's dropping. I have my shield. Wait, how did he just die? Where did that come from? I don't even know what just happened. I'm happy. But what happened? Okay, continue. Yeah, we definitely continue. Let's quickly heal up. We still don't have 3 HP. Okay, that's a problem. But now, the main star of the show. While frozen, enemies take double damage and will float the XP towards you. Doesn't matter because they freeze in our vision range. But it increases the freeze time by 50% and gives us more vision size. So the reason I want this is, I think the enemies, they start spawning closer and closer to you the further you go into Endless. So freezing them for a long time is very helpful to wait until we do enough slashes to kill them. I would say we'll focus on more damage right now and fire rate, because that's insane on top of what we already have. Though I'm not sure how much this matters, because if you have like 300% bullet damage, for example, getting another 30%, yes, nice bonus. But you know, doesn't change a lot compared to an effect that we could have. But did you just see we did 2000 damage there? 1900. Do I even need to move? I feel like I don't even have to move. I just have to destroy projectiles and dodge them, but we are fine. Okay, well, some of these enemies are actually insane. How do we kill the final boss? I need to prepare for that boss. This is so important. So how do we do this? I need multiple projectiles for sure. Is bleed even good? I don't... Wait. Affecting someone with bleed takes away 25% of their HP, right? This would be insane if it works on a boss. But do I really invest that many upgrades if I believe bleed is bad? Man, I just wished I was wrong, you know, and I go for it. It's insane, but if it's not insane, I waste like 7 level ups on nothing. All enemies take more damage for each enemy in vision range. Sounds good, but it's still not a boss killer. And I think I will get rid of the Ring of Fire here. Even though it sounds nice, I don't think it will help us out all too much. More damage per enemy, I think that's our final damage multiplier, so I will take that. 5% bonus damage, you know. So it's not bullet damage or melee damage that gets added on top. And instead what it means is that you, like if you deal yeah, look at this, 4,800 damage there, 4,400, 5,200. Now we are starting to deal some serious damage where the enemies just die. Can I afford to stand still? If we ignore the projectiles. Well, if we ignore the projectiles, I'll just die. Okay, some of what is going on with this machine. That is not a monster, that's straight up a machine, a cyborg. Okay, that was a true slash that we did there somehow. I didn't think I was close enough, but it worked out. I don't even know what these light orbs are. I think when we kill the enemies with... No, I don't remember that. It marks the enemies and then they drop doubled experience, right? But why doesn't it get collected if it's experience? Multi-shot. Yes, less damage, but listen, we need it. It's important. Wait. I thought I have to hit the enemies with my sword for the true slash. You know, the perfect slash. But do you see in front of us, we do these slashes. And then we fire out a projectile. I think I just have to hit them with the slashes and that's already enough. That's why I was so confused how it always triggered. When it didn't make sense to me. Like now we... Scheiße. Hör doch auf mit dem Käse, Alter. Just die. Die. No one likes you. You have no friends in this life. That was a big boom. Okay. Scheiße, alter Schwede, ne? Ich krieg die... Das ist... Like, Okay. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. Are we doing it? We did it. Holy moly. And if every single enemy looks like this, I have a problem. Because this is like... I'm kind of at my max power, you know? I don't have more in me. Shooting an enemy in vision range will slow them down. I think we need that spawn a temporary vision circle on a nearby enemy every second. Radar activates on 3 enemies at a time. Okay. Radar has a 10% chance to glare enemies, doubling fire rate. I mean, that sounds insane for the boss, right? That should be a boss-killing machine. But maybe we'll go for the barrier here, because this will just give us insane bonus stats. The only problem is I don't have the barrier active. And I will definitely get the upgrade this time that we get the barrier every minute. But, you know, that is a lot of upgrades that I need to get. And we level up very slowly. Even though I do get all of the experience, it's just not enough. I love how we see the enemies being frozen because of the wave of the vision that gets shot out. So I know where they are in the darkness and I can already shoot at them. Do we go for the third shot? I think I have to go for the third shot to make sure we kill the boss. Yeah. Okay, with the next one, I will reroll hard for it to get it as fast as possible. I mean, keep in mind, our main attacks still deal a decent amount of damage, you know. It's not just our vision range that is dealing all of the damage, I think at least, I hope. Because if not, then tripling my damage doesn't matter. Why is it dealing so much damage, though? Like, do you see that? It's mental. 5,000, 6,000. And these big boys, they don't care about... I almost got hit. That was so close. But yeah, the big ones, they don't really care about it. Like, I would assume they get one shot, but nope, they don't care. Okay, but give me a little bit of credit, right? Isn't it kind of insane that we only did a few runs? Like, I think we did 4 runs in total, or 5. And now we're on a new map, first try. We are already in endless mode. And we are playing on the hardest difficulty possible. Yeah, do I go for you? I will do it. Because we have so much bonus bullet damage. Like, saying we decrease our damage to 60% would be horrible. But if we have like 400% bullet damage, we go down to 340. Yes, that hurts, but we get an additional bullet out of it, right? I think that's worth it. Maybe it wasn't, and I'm just wrong. But it's too late, and I have to make a decision at one point. So here's the problem. I have 2 more minutes, and then the boss will spawn. This is not good. What is that? Did we already face that? That's a Hercules beetle, right? Or something disgusting. I'm not exactly sure, but look at all of the damage numbers there. He's getting blasted. Okay, but can you die? You understand, if we fight the boss and we face a dude like this walking around, we will never ever kill him, and I have to dodge the boss and the guy. We do have our shield though. Okay, so we are scaling it up. That is good. You know, we'll have the max charge shield for the boss fight. Do you see my fire rate, by the way? I'm going crazy. So I think it was worth it to go for the triple one. Because the one shot should actually count for all 3 projectiles. So if I go into melee range, it's a lot easier to trigger the big blast there. Killing 100 enemies while shield barrier is active temporarily increases vision size. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a lot. What is temporarily, though? Like, how long is that? Okay, it's already gone. How fast do we kill enemies? Because it should be ridiculously fast since they die outside of the screen even. So if they just spawn, they get hit. Well, that was very short. Really? Oh, no, that's our wave, I believe, that I'm thinking of. Like, the wave triggers, yeah, on the outside. But when do we is it already increased by 50% right now the entire time just? I think it is. It's just always ginormous. But if we die, it is what it is. It's a hardcore game. Keep in mind, new map with new insane enemies. Is that 11 million score? Oh. On the highest... I can't deal with that. I legitimately can't deal with that. That's a little bit too much for my taste. I lost my shield already. Oh, that sucks. Do you understand how hard it actually is to aim at stuff and look at your character at the same time? I have 1 life left. Okay. I gotta say, this was an incredible run. If I managed to dodge damage early a little bit better and got the radiation earlier, this could have went so far. But I think it's a perfect showcase just to show how insane the vision range actually is. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.